Alright my friends, welcome to another video. This is going to be an important one. Q4 e-commerce strategy. Black Friday is coming and today I basically prepared 4 points here. Calendar warm-up, Q4 offer structure, winter winning ads, build up before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then the 3 revenue picks that you have to take into account because Q4 is not only about Black Friday, and you can see that by checking the revenue of clients that I run the ads for last year in Q4. I don't want you to just see the number. I want you to see the specific growth year over year compared to Q4 2023. Because when you do things right, you work with good people and you know how to scale things up. 140% growth year over year. This is absolutely crazy for a brand that's at 7 figures plus per year to do 1.3 million in a quarter. Having this peak of scaling in Black Friday and then having this massive scaling in Christmas compared to the previous year, and then Q5, which nobody talks about, Q5 is another opportunity to still generate those 100% growth year over year. Another brand in the UK, 56% growth year over year, same thing, huge Black Friday compared to Q4 of 2023, Christmas and Q5. And then another one, 76% for a brand that's at 7 million per quarter. If you are at that level, you know how difficult it is usually to grow 76% in a quarter year over year. So we had a huge Black Friday, and then Christmas was much better than the previous year, but you cannot appreciate it there because this peak was way too big. Anyways, the very first thing to do is we want to set a clear target revenue. So no Rambos in this channel. So we're not going to attack like this absolutely crazy machine gun style. It's useless. It doesn't work. And I mean, I can basically tell you it's just not going to work. What is the goal and what is it going to take to attain that goal? That's the motto. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be snipers in this channel. So essentially, what's the goal? That's the first thing. But then, what do I need to do, when, how to achieve that? Because yes, we can all see, watch some reels, some YouTube videos, feel excited for Q4, everybody's gonna make a lot of money, whatever. And it's true, everybody's gonna make a lot of money. But what we're looking for is year over year growth. It's not, if you say in November, I'm gonna do 1 million, I will tell you, are you growing year over year? Is that better than last year? Is it worse? Is profit better than last year? And if this is your first Black Friday, just make it epic and enjoy it. So anyways, let's go into the Q4 7-figure game plan. We'll start from the beginning. We have 5 points to cover. Can't wait to deliver this. So, and I'm glad you're here. You're starting this soon. Every single year I see the same mistake. The ones that start their preparation soon enough are the ones that are gonna crush it. So, glad you're here. Congrats. Let's go through the whole video. So, first point, calendar war map. You need to take into account right now that we're starting September. What's the preparation for September, for October, for November, for December? It's like you're in a helicopter and you're seeing the whole quarter, and it's like playing chess. So you're moving the pieces and you can see the quarter down below you. You're like, okay, this is gonna happen here, this is gonna happen here. I need to be prepared for this here. Okay, so after this video, you will feel like this and it's gonna be amazing. So September, what I would suggest, have a team workshop to be aligned and plan Q4. You need to plan. If you have media buyers, you need to plan all of your media buyers so everybody's aligned. Of course, plan the stock. This will be the most important thing. If you can do it, or if you've done it by August, better. And then awareness and lead generation efforts while still cheap. Because I'll tell you one thing. A lot of e-com brands try to get leads to build the typical VIP list. And they do it in November 10th. And then they say my CPL, cost per lead, is $3. And that's absolutely expensive because If you want to build a list of 1,000 people, it's going to take 3K. It is a lot. And in the US, you might pay up to 10. It's super expensive. So don't wait till this happens. Start earlier and nurture those leads. Second point here, find winning ad formats and messages adapted to winter. We're going to see this in point number 3. And then in terms of flash campaigns, if you're in the US, you want to be doing Labor Day 100%. Do back to school. And I leave it to you. It's quite smart to do a brand anniversary in September. Also, if you're in fashion, fall, winter 25, drop it end of August, beginning of September. And if you have any new product launch, it's also good to do it in September. Okay? October, we keep on doing awareness and lead generation efforts while still cheap. Again, find winning ad formats and messages adapted to winter. Point number 2, we talk about the consumer in winter compared to summer. And flash campaigns, of course, you have Halloween. And again, I leave it to you. Should I run a brand anniversary? Should I drop a new product? Whatever you see there. We got to get more creatives because we come from Q2, the summer, where flash campaigns were quite abundant, like Mother's Day, summer's coming, we have summer sales, we have this and that, the spring break, this, whatever, many things going on there. But then when it's September and nothing's going on, or it's October and nothing's going on, there are no official flash campaigns that all brands are running. We gotta get creative. So that's when we're doing this special week for the brand anniversary, this and that. And then November, for sure, BFCM, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you wanna start Christmas in November. Again, we're in the helicopter and we're seeing the quarter, and we're like, when would I like to start Christmas? Am I gonna start Christmas on December 5th? No, because then I'm late. So let's start it before. And then December in Q5 again. So you want to keep on pushing Christmas. By the 20th, yes, you stop your Christmas campaign, but you do not stop advertising. We do not stop advertising ever. No holidays for anyone advertising. So CPMs will go down, which means we want to do Boxing Day, especially in the UK, this is huge. And then we also want to be doing Q5. So Q5 basically means CPMs are down, people will still buy, not as much, but because of, I think CPMs going down will compensate the conversion rate that goes down, and there's when you keep on scaling. And last point here, the real way to plan is by going deeper. So ask yourself these questions. How many winning ads do I need to have by October 1st? I'm talking about the new ads, the winter ads. Because your summer ads are over. These ads where people are in short sleeves, in the beach, in a summer context, those ads are over. Now we need new stuff. How many do you need by October 1st to be successful? 5, 10, 20 in the account? How much revenue growth do I want by Q4 and Black Friday, Cyber Monday? Year over year. Do I want to grow 20% or 50% or 100%? Should I run any extra flash campaign? Because what do we have? Labor Day, Halloween? There's not much going on. What are the flash campaigns that I'm running in this period? And last point, in this first point, what will I do if CPMs are 50% more expensive than last year? Who knows? We will see. But those are questions we need to be aware of because it will probably happen. Q4 structure, the offer, Q4 offer structure. So the first thing that I want you to be aware of is the consumer behavior is going to change. So look at this. The transition from I'm buying for the summer to winter is coming, I should get ready, to it's winter. So consumer preferences will change drastically. It's a change in season. What people buy and why they buy it will change. So the question is, will you offer the same product? And if the answer is yes, because it's an evergreen product, then if you offer the same product, will you use the same ad angles? Will I communicate the same USP, the same value? Do the users get the same value off of your product in the summer, in the winter? Think about that. So this is in terms of offers. So In terms of ad creatives, I mean, again, as I mentioned, this ad from Meller, I mean, if you're running this in December, doesn't make sense. I mean, if it works, it works. ROAS is the North Star and CTR. But usually we don't want to run this in December, okay? We would like to sell, let's say, sunglasses in this case. We would like to have this cute looking girl in a hoodie looking super cool with some sunglasses and defending why using sunglasses during the winter, it's super cool and it's incredible and whatever. So that's in terms of the creative and the consumer. Now, if we think about the specific offer, more thinking towards Black Friday or stuff like this, is do I need to plan new stock for my Q4 offer? Because I can tell you, there's a member in the accelerator that is doing a BOGO offer all of the time. So they need to plan for, like they need to buy a lot of stock, because when you do a BOGO offer, each person individually will get 2 units of product. So a lot of volume of stock that they need to plan beforehand. And the other question is, if I offer a free product with purchase, what do I need to do? Do I need to find a new product with very cheap cost, like COGS, cost of goods sold, product that's very cheap that I can give away for free and it doesn't hurt my margin? Where's that product? Do you have it already? Should you be looking at something 3 months in advance so that you have it for Black Friday if this offer makes sense to you? So these are things to consider right now. Next point here, winter winning ads. So priority here, find your winter winning ads ASAP. And I'm not talking about, I'm gonna sell hoodies and a jacket, so I wanna find a model wearing my hoodie and a winning ad. No, if you sell supplements, if you sell skincare, I don't care what you sell. Winter winning ads are basically ad creatives that perform at a high CTR and high ROAS when they are selling to the winter consumer. That's it. So by the end of August, the consumer behavior has switched already. September is all about new habits, productivity, new season, new me, post-summer consumer. The post-summer consumer is a consumer that has had fun during the summer, has spent some money on their holidays, they gained a little bit of weight, they lost their habits, they are now back to school, they are back to work, back on the office, back in business. So it's this type of consumer that wants to adopt new products. It's like January, it's the same feeling. And then October to December is a consumer that has fully established the idea of winter and they want to maximize their winter experience. So it's like, is your product making my winter better? Again, your goal ASAP is to figure out which ad creatives will work for you in 2025 Q4. If you can do it in September, phenomenal, because then you discover that, for example, let's say an article ad format works phenomenal for me in September, because I'm saying like what people will be wearing in winter 2025, and then it looks like an article and people click a lot. If you discover that in September, it's crazy, because you can run it through October, you can go into Black Friday with this format, etc. Or organic stuff like this, where you have a Reddit comment and then you can expand this to Instagram comments, TikTok comments, etc. Or another organic thing, iPhone notes. Try a lot of things in September and October with the angle of winter, so that you find winning ad formats fast and you can use them all the way through Q4, especially for scaling Black Friday, for scaling Christmas. That's my message there. Okay, let's go into Black Friday. So the build up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, basically 2 realities. I don't want to be negative, but it's 2 realities. The first one, CPMs will be higher than 2024. We've seen this year already. Before summer, it was crazy. June, pretty high CPMs. July, also pretty tough. So that's 1. And then 2, AI is making small brands very competitive. So brands that you would usually not compete with established brands are now competing. And they have more creative output with AI. They optimize CRO faster. Things are like becoming more democratized. And then 2 priorities are born from these 2 challenges, which is First one, you want to build and warm up audiences before November 15th. That's it. And then so that on Black Friday, you don't fully depend on prospecting, but you can also send a lot of emails. You can also do a lot of retargeting. You're gaining new followers, etc. And then you want to maximize the AOV and the conversion rate, which means higher first purchase ROAS. Or in the other way, it means that you can afford a higher cost per purchase. So you're more competitive in the Facebook auction. Now, points on there to develop a little bit. 5 audience builders, lead gen ads on Facebook, or you can send them to a website and they sign up, even though it becomes a little bit expensive. Reminder ads, which is a new feature from Meta. View content campaigns. I did this one last year for one of the brands. They made revenue records, historical, it was crazy, but to be 100% honest with you guys, I cannot tell you if it's because we did view content and we spent a lot of money there. I cannot fully track it, fully. We can do some approximations and see this and that and correlate it to this, but to be honest, not really. Video view campaigns and a viral giveaway before Black Friday. So these are a few ways to generate new audiences, to attract people that are over there flying in these awareness objectives that would never buy from you, but all of a sudden they become part of your ecosystem. You nurture these leads for 2-3 months, and then in Black Friday they buy. And ways to maximize AOV and conversion rate, this gives for a whole video, but basically the first one, tier discount, typical thing, spend 75 euros, get a discount, spend 120, get a bigger discount, and this free gift that we mentioned before, so you're incentivizing people to spend more money. Cool name bundles. If you have something specific for your niche, use something specific for your niche as the name of the bundle. But in general, Christmas pack, essentials kit, Black Friday bundle. And again, if you are in a specific niche, something like the glow routine will be much better. Or the 6-pack kit, anything like this, you know? So pack, kit, bundle with something that your target customer wants. You want to build this type of bundles. You don't want to call it bundle. So that's it. And then at a high discount. Another one, cart value upsells. So pre-checkout, post-checkout, give them a few offers, like complete your bundle with this other product that's a complimentary, or a one-click upsell right after they buy. Scarcity and urgency, typical ones. Stock countdown, if it makes sense for your product. And time-limited offers, which is the main thing because Black Friday is extremely limited in time, and same for Christmas. So use countdowns as much as you can. And then in terms of landing pages, you want to test. This is another important thing. You want to test short form versus long form in terms of the traffic. So should I do a special Black Friday landing page, or should I just send them to the collection page? Should I A/B test that, or, my opinion, just run both? For the sake of diversification, have both options. As many options as you can to play inside of the account. 2 last things, in general, and as always, massive social proof every fucking where is always going to help you convert cold traffic better, which is the name of the game. And then the other one, make sure you highlight the Black Friday exclusivity. So this bundle is only available during Black Friday. So the 6-pack starter kit is only going to be available on Black Friday, and then you're going to have to buy full price. That's it. Last point here, the 3 revenue picks. So as you see over there, we've got boom, boom, boom. Same thing, tal, tal, tal. And here, you're not going to be able to see much, but there's this, then there's this right here, and there's this right here, okay? So we've got these 3 revenue picks. Now, for 2025, first revenue pick, of course, Black Friday. But Black Friday is not Black Friday. Black Friday is basically the forgotten Friday, which is a crazy day in terms of conversion rate. It's the Friday before Black Friday. And then we've got pre-Black weekend. So November 1st to November 23rd, good moment to start and push a lot, which is actually what you can see right here, and is actually what you can see right here. Okay, and then basically BFCM, which is gonna be November 28th to December 1st. The fact that Black Friday is late November this year as well means that during Black Friday you must advertise Christmas as well. Second revenue peak, Christmas. So November 15th to December 20th. Look at it. I'm not saying Christmas starts on December 1st. Third revenue peak, Q5. Nobody does this. They finish Christmas, they go to sleep, chill, eat some food, get a couple extra kilos, which I will do as well. But they relax. And I'm saying, low CPMs. We've got Boxing Day, we've got an end of year sale, we've got a New Year sale. Why not push? So that's what I would do. And then here's the thing, for each revenue peak opportunity, you wanna build a specific message. You wanna focus on the offer so that it has high AOV and high possibilities of conversion rate. Find winning ad creatives as soon as possible. Diversify into a lot of formats. And if you can target multiple people with different campaigns, better. Then you follow my 5-phase flash campaign structure. So branding, launch, urgent, no. This is basically the warm-up phase. Let's say warm-up, so awareness and stuff. Launch, urgency, extension, and branding, okay? So you wanna follow this. If you're in the accelerator, you will know this as well. And I will put something in the description in terms of Black Friday trainings that I'm gonna be doing this Q4. We're gonna do the mastermind live in October. It's gonna be online, but it's gonna be live training that I'll be giving. That's gonna be October. We'll talk about it more in future videos, but it's gonna be an epic one. Then you wanna scale intraday. This was the main thing to do this absolute madness past 400K in 24 hours. This was MF intraday scaling around 5K per hour. And then we were pushing like crazy. A lot of traffic to the site in the best moment. It was crazy. And the last point, have a lot of fun. So Q4 is all about having fun, testing things that you cannot test during the year, going to new heights that you cannot reach during the year. So have fun, make some records, and tell me how it goes. So anyways, that's the whole video. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Hope you got some value, some clarity. Now we're both in the helicopter watching the quarter from above, and we're all gonna crush it. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Any Black Friday training related stuff, you will have that in the YouTube description from this video. That's everything. See you on the next one. Thanks a lot for staying till the end. Bye bye. Ciao.